All right, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, August 8th, 2023. Okay, so we already have a couple things on here. As you recall from last night, if you watched the recap, I'm coming in long still JDST. Let's look at JDST. Have some targets up here above 20, so I like to see this pop up above 720, as high as 725. We'll look at it once it hits. I do have a alarm to go off if it does hit 720, so we'll keep an eye on that and see what it does when it hits 720. Let's see what else. We also have Yang. Bought some Yang. Looking for a target of Yang up here around 925. And then finally, DSP. Let me get you some targets on DSP. Haven't put those in. I just entered DSP. Looking for a first target, 540. $547 is the second target. All right, I'm going to put an alert up here at 547. $547. All right, so as far as the indices are concerned, I don't have anything on the indices. Are coming down this morning. I don't have anything on, let's see here. Let's look at, mini Russell. Nothing on the mini Russell. Nothing on the mini NASDAQ. Nothing I really like here on the E-mini S&P. And on the small Dow, I don't see anything here yet either going down. Same with gold. Gold's going down, no opportunities there. Natural gas going up, no opportunities here. All right. Yeah, Yang could run into a lot of selling up here. As you can see, have pretty good size selling coming up here around that 540. I'm going to be getting out, though, at just above 25. We'll see what it does once it hits 25. YANG. Yang and JDST just kind of, they're slow movers, so I should be able to get out of that okay. JDST also very slow mover. Going to be watching that up here. 720. like DSP. Let's see, DSP could be a good runner. Let's see what else we have here. All right, so let's see if we can get some nice movers this morning. I like DSP. You can see over here on DSP. A lot of buying down here. But
YANG.
it may really take the opening to get this thing going. So I've got a position on DSP. I may go ahead and add to that. We'll see. So my Yang just made a new high. Yang just made a new high. This scanner over here indicates new highs. So YANG. Good morning, Glenn. How are you, sir? All right, it's pretty quiet right now. Just a few things on. I don't have anything on the indices, nothing on the commodities. And gonna look at some other stocks here. All right, I may get interested in RAD if we can get up to. I need to come up here on this 280 area. I'm gonna just put a little alert up here at 280. All right, watch this. 280. We'll see if we some of these sellers dry up once we get up to 280. So I'm watching RAD at 280. Possible enter RAD on the long side. Looking at NRDY, would like to get a little bit more volume in here. Volume's very light, but I kind of like what I'm seeing here. See, you have a ton of, not a ton, we got a lot more buyers down here than we do sellers. So there's a possibility that can make a nice little move up, but I'd like to see a little bit more volume. Let's see what else we have on the scanner. DRUG. And not too excited about DRUG. I'll keep it on my list here, but I'm not going to I don't want to get into that right now. So I'm going to watch DRUG. I do like we have a lot more buying down here. All right, we'll just keep an eye on DRUG. I'm not going to do anything on DRUG. Say hello. Nothing on SILO. I like BURU. I'm gonna buy some BURU. I like BURU. I can get into some BURU. If we pull back, I'm also gonna add on BURU. All right, I like this DSP. Let's look at my, let's look at my DSP. That is looking good as well. Once again, I'm watching RAD. Right now, would be somewhere around 280 target for an entry. I'm keeping an eye on RAD. I do have an alert up there at 280. And I want to look at one more here. Silo. Gotta keep an eye on Silo. Might be buying some Silo. I also like what I'm seeing here on Silo. Need to come up a little bit further before I buy it. I really like to buy it as it's moving higher. And I don't see anything there yet, so let's wait on Silo. Alright, my BURU. Hanging in there. JDST, of course, is going to be a slow mover, as we know. Yang is going to be a slow mover as well. I want to put an alert up here on Yang at, let's see, 925. Okay, so if we hit 925, I'll be ready to pull the trigger on any kind of weakness. Okay, on SILO, watch for an entry around 292, right below your little VWAP line here. So I'm going to watch that. That is a possible entry point, which is which could put it into a nice little run. So we're going to wait and see if that comes up. SILO. Okay, on RAD, I like 280, but I'm thinking we could possibly pull back to 250. I'm going to put a little bit of, tell you what, what's 250? See if we can get a bounce around 250 and then maybe enter it around 280 on RID. right, we got about 8 minutes before the opening bell. Once again, we will switch over to our Discord channel here in about 7 minutes or so. We'll continue to trade. I want to make sure that we are keeping a close eye on this opening. I think we're going to have some very quick movers here, and I do have BURU on, YANG, JDST, and DSP. I think one of the best opportunities for maybe a nice little move to the upside is going to be BURU or DSP on the opening. You know, I'm glad that you mentioned that, Glenn. Yeah, in fact, I meant to mention that last night. So, yeah, I had a really big day yesterday. So, typically after a really big day, this is where a lot of traders get into trouble. They have a really big day, you know, they're on top of the world. They think they can't do anything wrong, and then they get aggressive the next day and they blow it. So, yeah, you've got to be, whenever you have a really big move, a big day like that, a lot of times you have to be very, very cautious right after that, because the markets kind of come in cycles. And you're also going to know your trading days are the same way. You have these really big days, and then you have some losing days. So you definitely don't want to get too aggressive. So we're going to watch it here. We're not going to go crazy. It doesn't mean, I mean, you know, that's not a hard, fast rule. You've got to also take into account what's going on in the market. So the small down right now is down 240. So that could pull a lot of this stuff down. So we got to really watch it. But that is an absolutely good point. And that's something that I do talk about quite a bit with our subscribers is you have those big days like that. Just be careful. And the reason I know that is because I was guilty of that when I first started trading. You have these big days, and sometimes you have two really big days, and you just think you found that you've got the holy grail, and then all of a sudden the markets teach you differently, and they wipe you all out. So, and the other thing with that is you get into these trades, or you have these days where everything you touch just makes money. And what that does is it gives you a false sense of security. And so what you do is you come in, you realize you had a great day yesterday, you come in, you get into a trade, and it goes against you, and you think, you know what, I can't be wrong. I just had a great day yesterday. I have to be right about this. And you hold on to your trades too long. That's the other thing that happens a lot. So you can get overconfident. The worst thing you can do is get overconfident. Be confident in the tools that you trade, but don't be overconfident thinking that every single trade you get into is going to make money. There is no holy grail out there. And I've said this, and I'll say it again, in my 40 years of trading, some of the best traders are usually only right 60 to 70% of the time. So it's how you manage your size and keeping those losses to a minimum if possible. Don't hold on to these things too long. The markets will take it all away. All right, so once again, if you enjoy this this morning's show, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. That certainly helps out not only my channel, but it also indicates that you're enjoying what I'm doing, and I'll continue to provide this first 30 minutes to everybody so they can get a taste of how I trade. If you would like to carry it any further, and if you would like to have access to my watch list, my overnight trades, and actually continue to watch me trade these live, you can do so by joining my Discord channel. You do that by going to innovativetradingstrategies.com. There's a link there. You can go ahead, and it's a very reasonably priced. It's only $50 a month, no obligation to stay. And but I think I've made it very reasonable. I've been in this business a long time, And a lot of people charge a lot of money for nothing. And me as a new trader, when I was first trading, I spent a lot of money on a lot of junk. So this is your opportunity to try it and just see how good this is. $50 is worth it. And if you made $50 in a whole month, you're still ahead of the game. But obviously, I do much better than that. So give it a shot. Check out all my testimonials. They are real testimonials. And once again, I've been a trader for almost going on 41 years. I've been doing this approach to trading for 36 years. And I do have it down to a set of just 4 different patterns that I look at. These are my own personal patterns, or they are not your classical pennants and head and shoulders and those types of things. And then Einstein, which is just awesome. It gives me these price levels with very high probabilities, over 70% of hitting those. So all you need is a couple really good, reliable tools. Stick to it, but manage your size. That's the key, is going to be managing your size and not holding on to these trades too long, because that's what wipes you out. What goes up is going to come down, particularly when we're looking at these low float stocks. They do move quickly, but they can also come down quickly. All right, so we're about 2 minutes out. This is probably a good place to go ahead and wrap this up. If you have any questions, always glad to answer your questions. You can do that by contacting me via my website, innovativetradingstrategies.com. And check out all my videos on YouTube, Innovative Trading Strategies. I do go a little bit more into my trading approach. I did a video last week, I believe it was. Check that out. I talk a little bit more about the HF1 pattern, which is one of my favorites, and how I use it with Einstein. Okay, folks, everybody have a really good trading day, and hopefully we'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. I'm moving over to Discord and get ready for this opening bell.